when they're here, because I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. These animals that you see here, they're not my pets. We didn't go get them at the pet store. We get most of them from people who try that, and then when they get home, they change their mind. Because the guys we have here, they don't usually learn names. They don't come when they're called. They don't do cool tricks. Sometimes they bite or scratch the people who keep them. Sometimes they go potty right on the people who keep them. And that's when everybody calls us. They say, get this thing out of here. So we give them a home when people don't want them. We also get a lot of the guys that we have here from people who have been very mean to them. And this is kind of the most important part. Some of the things you see here, we have animals people have hit, kicked, thrown things at. I might take out one of the alligators that we have, and he got hit by a car. So a lot of these guys have learned people aren't always nice to animals. So we always ask our groups that are here to do a really important job. We kind of want you to be teachers while you're here. We want you to help teach our animals that people can be really nice too. Okay, do you guys think you could do that?
Yeah.
Cool, it's an easy job. I only need you to do two things. When we have the animals out, I need you to try to sit real still, because sometimes they get scared if they see wiggly kids all over the place. And the other thing we have to do is try our best to stay quiet, because they can get scared if they hear loud noises or strangers talking. They kind of know our big mouths, the people who work here, and they know the birds' big mouths, but they don't know you guys. So if you're calling out, they might get scared. Do you know what happens if they get scared? Two things. Number one, they might try to bite me, or if one of my other presenters takes something out, they might try to bite or scratch them. Then we have to put them away, and you only see them for 2 seconds. That's no fun. That would stink, right? We put them right back, and you don't get to see them for long. Second thing that could happen, though, would really stink. Do you know what animals do sometimes when they're scared?
They spray.
They go potty. Yeah. Now, some of you might be thinking, this could be awesome. If one of them went potty on me, that might be the funniest thing you've ever seen, right? It's okay. You can laugh. It's all right. Because guess what? When they go, it almost never goes on me. Usually, it flies out at you. And if you're noisy and wiggly, I just bring them, spin them, and point their little tushy like a stinky squirt gun. Does anybody want to get sprayed with a stinky squirt gun?
No.
So what 2 things do we have to do?
Don't wiggle and don't
Stay still and then be
quiet.
and then we're going to have a good time. Yes, sir?
Why is that one do tricks?
Not really, but he can talk, and I'm actually going to take him out first. Okay? He can't fly, Alexis. Don't worry. Or it's Alexis.
This is what he just told you, remember?
Yeah,
Stay
don't worry.
still.
I'm not going to like put the animals on you or like up your shirt or down your pant leg or something like that. They're going to be with me, okay?
Did the alligator?
Alexis.
No, I'm not going to put any of them on.
Alexis.
Don't worry.
No.
Alexis, are you scared? You want to come back here?
Okay. Now, do you guys know what this is?
Parrot.
He's a type of parrot. Very good. He's called a blue and gold macaw, and his name is Meiko. And a lot of times when I take Meiko places, or when we bring him out here, you know what, just hang on to your question, and right when I'm done telling you stuff about him, I'll say who's got a question, and that's when I want you to raise your hands. Because if we're all raising our hands, they're going to see that motion and they can get scared. So just hang on to it till right at the end, all right? So Meiko here, a lot of times I take him places, people look at him and they think, wow, he's really pretty. I've heard parrots can learn to talk. That will make an awesome pet. Right? A pet that's so beautiful that will talk to me and have a conversation with me. Thing is, it doesn't really work that way. Meiko can talk. He can say lots of different things, but I can't make him talk. I can't make him say anything. He talks when he wants, he stops when he wants, and mostly it just screams. Like that. For 60 years. And that wasn't even a loud one. Can you imagine having a pet for 60 years going, like that? That's what they do their whole life. Okay, now when he's loud, I always like to start with one of the birds to explain to you why they're loud. Because when he's loud, he's not trying to be mean. He's not trying to scare you. And he's not afraid. He's basically saying, hey, I'm really cute, check me out. Okay? The thing about parrots is, if you're a boy bird like Meiko, in the wild you would live in a big giant rainforest. Okay? Now imagine being a boy bird, big giant rainforest, and you want to find a girlfriend. You have to be loud. They scream as loud as they can, and the girls listen. If they hear a really loud boy, then the girl thinks, ooh, he sounds kind of nice. I'm going to fly over and check him out. So they fly over and they look at his feathers. And if his feathers are really bright and colorful, then the girl says, ooh, you're kind of cute. She says, I think you could be my boyfriend. And then you know what he would do? He would try to show off for the girl. He would try to impress her. And the way they do that is they learn sounds in the forest that they hear around them and they try to repeat them. Okay, so in the forest they learn the sounds of other birds or monkeys and other animals living there. And if they can repeat a lot of different sounds, then the girl thinks, well, not only is he cute, he's pretty smart too. So I'm going to make him my husband. And that's how they find each other. Now when we take them out of the jungle and we stick them in a cage, you know what? They're still parrots. So they do the same thing. They scream as loud as they can to get attention, and they try to learn the sounds they hear around them. With us, when they live near us, they learn the sounds that we make. And that's why some of them learn to talk, okay? Because that's all they hear is people talking. So this guy can say a lot of different things. He says hello, goodbye, yes, no, step up, go to your house, bad bird, cracker, Aflac. He says that sometimes. When we walk out the back door at night, Meiko says, night, night. He makes a hissing noise. He says, I love you. And he'll do all kinds of things. He does a couple things that are pretty funny, too. There's a bird on the other side of the room named Frika. It's over by our possum and our chinchillas and stuff. And Frika sometimes makes this loud whistling noise over and over and over. And I can't make Frika stop, but Meiko can. Meiko says, Frika! Shut up! Like that. Which is kind of funny, because Frika stops. Alright? But he shouldn't know how to say shut up. Right? That's a mean thing to say. They learn what they hear over and over again. So that means somebody must have yelled at him to be quiet in a mean way so many times that he learned it. Okay? When they're loud, we don't yell at them. They're doing really what they're supposed to do. I mean, we'll tell them to be quiet, and we show them the water bottle, because that'll stop them sometimes. But they're just being parrots. It's not their fault. It's our fault if we think we can keep them as a pet and they're not going to be loud. That's just what they do. Yeah, what he's doing is he kind of can peel the skin off the grape. He's just eating the inside of that. You see that? So he's skinning the grape. So he can do some pretty delicate things with that beak, like skinning the grape. Or, if he bit me where my finger bends, he can take it off. That's how hard they can bite. This is another reason why birds like this do not make good pets. They can bite really, really hard. And they usually only like one person. They'll probably find one person that, ooh.
Here's Dookie.
Yeah, anybody want a souvenir? It's like a souvenir, right? You take it to show and smell. So, yeah, they go potty. That's why I put the blanket here, right? That's what he does. So, they're really awesome animals, but really don't make good pets. They pick one person, so they might like one of you guys and then bite everybody else that comes near them. So they can be really, really dangerous that way. The funniest thing that I ever saw him do, though, when I went to pick him up, the woman who had him before us, she also had a dog. Her dog's name was Baxter. And when he'd get bored, he would call the dog. He would start going, Baxter, Baxter! And the dog would come running in the room, and then you know what he would do? He'd say, get out of here! And the dog would run out the door. So he'd call the dog in the room and then make him leave over and over, and the dog never learned. So they're really smart, too. I'll try to get him to talk, but he almost never does. Okay, Meiko, will you say Aflac? Say Aflac. This is a parrot being a parrot. They do what they want when they want. How about this? Meiko, shake hands? Not bite hands. Shake hands. Good boy. Thank you. That's the only thing I can get him to do. What I want him to. Okay? And even then, sometimes he'll try to like nip at my fingers when he does that. Right, buddy? Sure you don't want to talk? No, he's mocking me. He's like, oh. And he laughed. Did you hear him laugh? Yeah, right. I'm going to talk for you. Now, while you're here, though, if you're paying attention, you will hear him talk. He talks whenever there are groups here. And maybe when we sit down to eat, he'll start talking to try and get us to come over and pay attention to him. And usually when people leave, he says goodbye. Almost every time when a group leaves, he says, bye-bye, goodbye, like that. And also sometimes when people are loud, if I have a bunch of really loud kids that aren't being good teachers like you guys, he'll start under his breath, he'll start going, shut up, quiet, shut up. And people don't usually hear it, but it cracks me up. You can hear him doing it. Right, Meiko? Yeah? No. No is his favorite word. That's his favorite word. Alright, so, if you guys want, we can go sit down and get some food. Yeah, you're hungry?